Brown obliges. On the blow-by, stuffs it! On Gobert's head!
Oh my God!
He climbed the Stifle Tower!
Wow!
What happened to Jaylen Brown in last year's Eastern Conference Finals Game 7? It seemed like a different player was on the court. Known for his finesse, he had a meltdown with a whopping 8 turnovers. But what's the story behind this new and improved Jaylen Brown? Let's find out. Back then, Brown faced tough times dealing with aggressive defense, especially when driving left-handed, making it hard to control the ball. But now it's like a whole different story. Brown has leveled up, showing he's put in the effort and improved big time. Looking at the numbers, Brown's turnovers per game have gone down to only 2.4 this year, which is his lowest rate yet. Now that's what we call making progress. In the last 5 seasons, Jaylen Brown has made impressive improvements, especially in controlling the ball and staying steady when driving to the basket. This season, he's become a smart and skilled driver, good at making chances and dealing with tough defense. His better skill in moving through crowded areas helps him find the best angles to attack. Check out this play. Even though the defense keeps up with him at first, Brown's smooth moves let him keep control and keep pushing forward. Watch how Brown deals with the first bump, smoothly taking it and easily moving through the defense with just one dribble. His control is impressive as he moves through the crowded area, ending with a layup at the basket. What's important to remember is how Brown keeps the ball while driving to the basket, something he's been doing really well this season. It's all about being precise and composed on the court. In the past, Jaylen Brown usually relied on his right hand for attacking, whether driving to the hoop or making moves on the perimeter. But this year, there's been a big change, with Brown showing much better left-hand drives and ball control. It's been really cool to watch him go all in on those drives while still holding onto the ball tightly, showing a clear improvement in his game. Last year, his isolation game seemed a bit limited, but now it's a whole new level of play. It was pretty simple. When Jaylen Brown drove right, he usually made a strong, direct attack. But if he went left, he often took a pull-up jumper while dribbling. Absolutely, he had a range of moves at his disposal, especially with some room to work with. But in the end, his right-hand drives were all about getting deep into the paint, while left-hand drives often ended with pull-up shots. Sure, Jaylen Brown used to be unsure about going left when driving in basketball. Instead of pushing through the defense, he would sometimes stop early. This made his playing style a bit limited. Brown gets the ball in the corner, then moves towards the middle where there's lots of room to drive and make the defense collapse, which could open up a good three-point shot for a teammate. But instead, he stops and takes a difficult fadeaway shot towards the baseline. Nowadays, even though Brown still prefers using his right hand a lot, he's gotten a lot more sure about going left. This means he can smoothly switch back to his strong hand when making shots. Watch this move. Even though the defender expects Brown to go right, he boldly starts driving with his left hand, then smoothly switches to his right for the score. That's all about being versatile and self-assured during the game. Because the defender is too focused on stopping Brown's right-hand moves, Brown sees an opportunity to quickly go left. As he drives into the crowded area, he smoothly switches to his right hand to score. In a similar situation, the defender expects Brown to go right, so Brown takes advantage by going left instead. Then smoothly uses a Euro step move to switch back to his right for the score. Brown's go-to move includes dribbling from right to left, shifting his shoulders and elegantly getting past defenders. Jaylen pulls off a smooth move by faking a drive with his outer foot, then quickly switching the ball between his legs and speeding towards the basket. He does this move effortlessly, even during fast breaks, transitioning smoothly to his right foot and bringing the ball between his legs as he heads to the hoop. On top of that, Jaylen has gotten a lot better with his offhand skills. He's now really confident in keeping control of the ball, even when there's a lot of players around, which lets him use his left hand effectively when scoring close to the basket. In this move, Brown creates a great angle to attack by getting momentum, jumping off his right foot with a skip, and using his other arm to push himself into the drive. With perfect control, he reaches out for a left-handed finish. Then, in another impressive move, Jaylen swiftly crosses the ball from right to left while running, skillfully making contact with finesse. Jaylen makes space by pushing off his left foot and then moving back towards the defenders, giving himself a clear way to the basket. In addition, Jaylen isn't afraid to use his left hand when he has a size advantage near the basket. For example, he catches the ball, turns over his right shoulder and makes a smooth jump shot with his left hand. Defenses have to be wary of Jaylen's diverse offensive abilities. With his better left-hand driving skills, Brown can now use that to set up moves to his right. Notice how he pauses for a moment, lifts his chest, then steps forward with his left foot to make the defender think he's driving left. After that, he smoothly moves the ball between his legs to trick the defender's leading foot. When the defender responds, Brown pulls back, starting his next move. Once more, Jaylen Brown scoops the ball off the glass with so much perfection. However, we have noticed a big improvement in how he protects the ball with his body. Before, Jaylen would often go straight at his defender, which could be tough against stronger guards who could get underneath him. But this season, it looks like Brown has changed his approach. Despite Jaylen's attempt to use his body as a barrier, Maxey quickly identifies an opportunity to disrupt the play by poking the ball free as Jaylen initiates his drive. However, we have to consider the progress Jaylen has made this season. It's quite impressive. In today's game, Jaylen shows a lot more confidence and comfort using his body to protect the ball. This helps him make fewer turnovers and take advantage of matchups against smaller defenders. Watch closely as Brown catches the ball and swiftly turns, positioning his left shoulder forward to protect the ball. With a quick swipe of his off arm, he initiates the drive. Notice how he maintains his shoulder position as he attacks downhill. He keeps his shoulder pressed against the defender's chest, allowing him to protect the ball and smoothly execute a finishing move. Likewise, in another play, Brown catches the ball and leans his shoulder into the defender, smoothly gliding into a graceful floater. Here's another slick move. When faced with pressure from the defense nearly 30 feet from the basket, instead of trying to dribble past, Brown stays composed. He uses his body to protect the ball, effortlessly leaving his defender behind with a clever half step. While Brown's ball handling skills aren't perfect, there are times when he seems a bit relaxed, leading to some turnovers. But when we look at the stats and game footage, it's clear that Jaylen has been getting better little by little. He's gotten much better at handling the ball, especially when there's pressure from the defense, starting drives and scoring strongly, especially when going left. Plus, he's improved his ability to keep the ball safe by using his body well against smaller defenders. Recently, Brown shared with reporters that his drive to improve comes from losses and setbacks. He believes that every challenge is an opportunity to gain experience and get better. Despite his scoring average dipping slightly this season, he still considers it his best season yet. This drop in scoring can be attributed to having more offensive firepower on the team, like Kristaps Porzingis and Jason Tatum. Despite the potential loss of All-NBA recognition, Brown has become more efficient than ever before. With fewer turnovers and better shooting percentages, he's motivated to be recognized as one of the top defensive players in the league, and has taken on tough defensive assignments this season. Brown knows that his progress and the Celtics' success will ultimately be judged by their performance in the playoffs. He's focused on continuing to improve and proving himself on the biggest stage. Let's hope the man makes it big in the next season too. After all, he's putting his heart and mind into it. Now let's see how these skills play out in the playoffs. If you're interested in seeing what happens next, keep watching. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button.